Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the 2023 Gender and Human Rights Global Ambassadors Award. I'm still loopy on that because I still say 2022 on most things, but I want to welcome you today. We're going to be celebrating pioneers, pathfinders, and forerunners in the realm of gender and human rights. And these global ambassadors have earned their stripes. And as you will see today, as I read their profiles and get through to the understanding of who they are, you will see that these global ambassadors are truly in their right where they're supposed to be. And we're going to honor them today. So I welcome each and every one of you to this event. If you have friends or family members that like to join, please give them and share the link here. We will be on for about an hour and we will share all of the goodness that each of the ambassadors have to offer. I am Dr. Amina Ali, and I welcome you to this event today. I will bring into the understanding that we are going to be coming together to celebrate divine entities in this work. We have, okay, it slipped. We have 14 invitees that are will be getting an award today, and we will also be celebrating those that are in the Palace of Announcements for Gender and Human Rights mentions. We have a few people that we are going to celebrate today, and of course, honor the awardees respectively. Thank you so much again. If you will, can someone open us with a general prayer or prayer in your tradition, please? Are you muted? It looks like someone is muted. Oh, you can't get on. Okay. All right. I will open with a traditional Islamic prayer. It is the first prayer that we pray or that we say before we enter into any dua. And it is a mission prayer similar to the Our Father in the Christian tradition. The Al-Fatiha is known worldwide to open many Islamic organizations, meetings, events, and duas or prayers that we offer. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladina an'amta alayhim, ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. Ameen. Alhamdulillah. Thank you so very much for those that are joining today. We are opening our today in celebration of the collaboration of gender and human rights, sexual and gender-based violence, and those that are collaborating around the world in international aid and help for women, children, those that are left behind, pushed behind, and those labeled other in the Society for Change. And we are looking to open with the understanding of what the Federation of International Gender and Human Rights is, what we do, and some of the things the commission that we're under offers. We'll also be speaking about how this award came to be, and our co-sponsor, which is our author Ann De Silva, who will be will close us out with closing remarks today to explain what it is and why it is this came to be in her own words. The Federation of International Gender and Human Rights is a social impact organization that was designed to help those in need, initially designed to help maternal and those that are suffering from maternal crisis due to IDP, asylum seekers, or those that are refugees going to other countries. We decided to open our borders and our doors to those that are in need. Gender and human rights spreads across the span of society, and we garner our momentum, our motivation, and our prosperity from those that help us help others. We are a registered nonprofit and a charitable organization here in the United States, but we have offices in West Africa, East Africa, South Africa, and hopefully in 2023, Turkey and Dubai. So we're hoping that we are going to spread the news, the goodness, and the support for all women, children, and those that are despondent in the realm of gender and human rights. Find a survivalship plan to offer a betterment. The Commission on Gender and Human Rights, Equity, Equality, and Tolerance is the governing body for those that are designing and divining a organization in gender and human rights. Similar to the human rights movement of the 1960s, there was a plight that was done through the UN that was the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, or the gender rights that we use now, which is the adaptation to it. And the Commission on Gender and Human Rights, Equity, Equality, and Tolerance was built from that. Starting in 2015, it was decided that anybody that wants to get into gender and human rights must go through a code of ethics that is designing the work, the mission, and solutions. So the key point here is solutions to gender and human rights anomalies. We are specific in our goals to make sure that each and every survivor, as we like to call them, has the wherewithal and the momentum to move forward in their aftercare after the tragedy and the crisis has subsided. And the Commission on Gender and Human Rights, Equity, Equality, and Tolerance, or GREAT, as it is acronymed, welcomes those survivors into a cusp of what it is that they need and the resources that they have in the community and worldwide that they will come to know. If you or someone you know is wanting to set up a gender and human rights organization here in the United States and soon to be in Dubai, you can be registered under the commission and have your seal and your logo put onto your website to know that you have met the criteria to be a gender and human rights, equity, equality, and tolerance organization. It is a simple process. You can adhere to the process on our site, which is FIGHR, FIGHR.org, for all of the details. Thank you so very much. The Gender and Human Rights Global Ambassador Awards has a great history. It is a recent history, but it stems from the work that is already being done. Ambassadorships, unfortunately, are being given out left and right internationally. But what we have decided is that we want to give those that are already working in the field an opportunity to shine. Each year, we're going to be offering these awards at the very top of the year, not to begin the year with an egoic booster, but to celebrate this and bring in the novelty of what you do to start the year off. Now, there's going to be many people that will come after you, and once you get your awards, your digital certificates, and there will be many that will see it as you post it. But just know that there are going to be people that are going to come to you to ask, what are you doing to become an ambassador? And that is the purpose. The purpose of this award was to allow others to see you in the beginning of the year and use the rest of the year to emulate, mimic, and even flatter you with the understanding of what you're doing is going to be an echo in their mission work. There are young people that are wanting to see what to do. They're beginning their mission work in gender and human rights and really don't have many mentors. And we're opening the year to show your faith, align your purpose, and to mentor those that are coming after you to do the work that you do. The recognition today is of a general preface to what it is that we see that you're doing in society already. We see that there is a great coming of what it is that you have and what it is that you offer the world. And individually, we will speak to your mission and your purpose as we introduce each of the awardees today. So without further ado, the Gender and Human Rights Global Ambassador Awards, the 2023 winners, begin with Madam Layla Rahal. And this young lady, I must say, that she has really given me a great understanding as to what mission work is for women in Dubai, UAE. One of the things that I liked most about what it is that she offers is that she is very, very stern. And I'm going to use that word, very stern, when it talks about women and the advancement of women. As a full hijabi Muslim woman, she has seen what suppression and oppression has done, and she will tell you, don't let this fool you. And that's her favorite word. Layla Rahal is the president and founder of Business Gate. She is also on the I Am Africa platform. She is a part of Women's Business Circle and of the Royal House of Sheba. She's a crown senator for the Queendom of Sheba in the Middle East and Africa. And she heads a protocol of diplomacy in Dubai and does work with the business women of Dubai, UAE, International Ambassador of Peace and Tolerance founder, and she is the Business Gate International Business Development Investor Network head. I announce to you Her Excellency Layla Rahal El Atfani from Dubai, UAE. Congratulations, Madam Atfani. Next, Madam Anne De Silva from Istanbul, Turkey. Now, this woman needs no introduction, absolutely no introduction. And I love her because she is the co-founder of this award event, and you will see who she is in a minute. I think that you will come to know that this young lady is a powerhouse. She is an author in her own right, and she is guided by her wisdom. If you've ever read any of her books or gone through any of her poems, you will see that this woman shines greatly. She is a woman of her words and somebody that I respect deeply. And I can't help but read her biography with such poise. Author Anne De Silva is an Indian writer who hails from Mumbai. She spent over 2 decades in the corporate world in senior management roles across the globe before she chose to give it all up to define a routine and pursue her calling as a writer. She is a humanitarian, passionate about subjects swept under the carpet, a social impact champion, and a thought change advocate. She is a recognized speaker on the power of storytelling, women's roles in the 21st century, cultural inclusion, diversity, and women's empowerment. Her niche is that she only writes women-oriented stories and stands with risen phoenixes in their victory over darkness. Ladies and gentlemen, I give the floor to Madam Anne De Silva to give some words on her award and some things she would like to share with us. Madam De Silva, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Your Excellency, Dr. Amina Ali. I'm deeply touched at various levels, and I will tell you which ones. One is to know you and to have you as a mentor over this last 2 years. My journey is a very new one in the space of standing up and speaking up, but I believe this very strongly. It does not matter when you start. What matters is that you started. And for me, my way of reaching out to my audience or to put the word out there is through my written work. You know, so whether it's empowerment poetry, it is novels or scripts, my primary goal is to change perception on certain things. It's to get a mindset shift, to be able to see that there is difference in the world, and that difference is not competition, but that difference adds to the landscape of colors and the beauty of life. And since we live in a time right now where there is so much of disturbance as far as the 2 genders are concerned, it takes me back to the primary core subject of mental health, about how does one feel about themselves, what is their history, what is the traumas that they've experienced, and then they grow up as adults, and that impacts society at large. So it's not the individual that can say that this does not concern me, because it concerns everybody. And so I, after leaving the corporate world, wanted to impact and do my own personal CSR and be involved in initiatives that recognize and collaborate people with different skill sets that they can contribute to the same common goal. So for me, my contribution is writing. My contribution is advocacy through my social media, being aligned with organizations like you, and most certainly being a mediator to bring other organizations from across the world that are doing phenomenal work in empowerment, in whether it is helping people to build their lives commercially or helping people to build their lives by taking control and taking their power back. So this whole initiative of honoring people from all over the world is truly ingenious. And I thank you for being open to it and having such a fantastic panel of awardees for this year. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And I appreciate you understanding the power of celebrating those that are doing the work. As I mentioned earlier, so many people have the opportunity to do the work, but they are just wanting to receive the title. So I really do appreciate the fact that you have come above and beyond to give this this title merit and give the work a great cause. So thank you, Madam De Silva. Next, we have on our list is Dr. Boo Abdullah. Now, this gentleman is very new to me, and I actually had to do some research, and I found him very, very fascinating. And his relay is very, very interesting, to say the least. Dr. Boo Abdullah is an Emirati businessman of par excellence, having his expertise in law and business. And now listen to this. He currently owns more than 270 companies in the Middle East, Asia, and other parts of the world, with his company, Boo Abdullah Group of Companies, which includes real estate, a legal firm, and business consultancy. He has come a long way, right from getting trained in military school to becoming a soft skills leader. Look at that. To a competent professional and now a successful businessman. Having completed his education through a military school, he joined Ajman Municipality and Planning and worked there for over 8 long years. Dr. Boo Abdullah is someone that I am coming to know as impressive. And I just wanted to share some of the things that he was doing that really stuck out to me. 270 businesses. That's amazing. I can't even keep up with the 2 that I have. And he has 268 more. So I am impressed. My hat's off to you, Dr. Abdullah. If you're here, please unmute your mic and the floor is yours. Okay, well, we speak your name. We celebrate you today. We thank you so very much for being a pioneer for who and what we are doing in this work and this world. We also are trying to get more people to do what you do. And I pray that there's a mentorship that comes along in the future to get us to so many of the things that you are doing in this life. 270 businesses is nothing to sneeze at. So we thank you, Dr. Abdullah, for all that you do. Our next honoree is gentleman Geronimo. I'm going to say Jerry, but I want to pronounce your name. Geronimo. You're on mute. It's right? Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
Geronimo.
Geronimo. Oh, okay, I got it right. Yes, Ann and I was talking to Ann about that, and I want to get this right. Almeida is from Gurgaon, India. And Jerry is very impressive in and of himself. He is a leadership coach and an author of an international bestseller, Karma Curry book. It almost sounds delicious. And is also a guest columnist for several global magazines and portals like Times of India, Economic Times, India Express, Speaking Tree, Time Magazine, impressive, International Herald Tribune, Business World, The Economist, Medium, and others. Nelson Mandela actually wrote Jerry in his foreword. Karma Curry stories have the power to inspire people to rise and act and to make a difference. Jerry, who is impaneled as a leadership subject matter expert, I love that, with global leadership organisms like Franklin Covey, Right Management, McKinsey, DDI, and BCG, and Ivy League institutions, is a mentor to mentors, having mentored several trainers and coaches, entrepreneurs, CEOs, CXOs, and over 90% of Fortune 500 companies. Congratulations. That in and of itself says that you're worthy of the award this year. So please unmute your mic and please share a bit of your story with us.
So namaste and greetings, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. And my name is Jerry Almeida, Geronimo Almeida, as was introduced by Dr. Amina Ali. And thank you, Anne, for connecting me with Dr. Ali. And thank you, Dr. Ali, for nominating and choosing me for this award. I'm honored, I'm humbled. Besides writing stories of real heroes and celebrating real unsung heroes from all over the world through our Karmavir Awards, I also believe that it is very important to speak out against wrongs. So we also started global movements like Joy of Giving, Right Every Wrong. And our slugline is that together as one, we can right every wrong. And as a very active crusader, a citizen crusader, I believe that as an activist or a citizen crusader or a journalist, we should not be biased and only write against people who we are against and take sides with people who are our favorites. But we should write against people who are doing wrong, irrespective of their political ideologies, their religious ideologies, their business ideologies. And even if people are related to us, they're our friends. If they're doing something wrong, we must take a stand and talk against the wrongs that they're doing and talk against the wrongdoers, because I sincerely believe that a wrong done towards any human anywhere is a wrong done towards all humans everywhere. And we have a very simple mantra to change the world, and it all starts with changing the self. So we say, I change to change the world, I change to change the nation, I change to change the community, I change to change the society, I change to change everyone, and I change to change everything. And that is what we do. We celebrate real heroes. We award them through the Karmavir Awards, which we instituted with the United Nations way back in 2003. It's now 2 decades, 2002. It's now 2 decades of spreading the joy of giving around the world, which has been adopted around the world today. It's a global movement today. And we do this because we are very passionate about the work we do. This is purely a crusade for us. It's not a profession, not a vocation. So as a profession, I'm a learning and leadership subject matter expert. And that's what I do. I coach, I consult with companies around the world, and also consult with big, small NGOs, which can't even afford my fees. So I do a lot of pro bono work for NGOs, schools, and colleges. So that's who I am. And thank you so much for the honor, Dr. Ali. And thank you, Anne, for connecting me with Dr. Ali and recommending my nomination. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And we applaud you. And we thank you so very much for all that you do. I'd like to get involved in some of that, because that seems like a very worthwhile and worthy cause. And I think the support
surely, and we have to nominate you for the Karmavir Awards next year.
Oh, and
Anne's already put you in the list. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. And congratulations to everyone. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, congratulations. Our next awardee is Madam Angela Brucci. She is a very, very quiet soul. I'm learning a lot about her and what it is that she does. But Angela is the founder of Empowerful, a socioeconomic empowerment model that aims to provide sustainable employment opportunities to survivors of human trafficking. Look at this. She holds an MA degree in global crime and justice from the University of York, United Kingdom, and hosts an MSc in administration and social services. Angela is also involved in research on a social protection and reintegration practice in the human trafficking context. I'm looking forward to hearing more about her and hearing more about what it is that she does. But Madam Angela, please unmute your mic. Tell a little bit more about what you do and how you service the world.
Wow, I didn't expect that. Thank you so much. I'm really honored. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, Dr. Amina, and to everyone here. I'm really honored to be sharing this space with you today. And for me, the work that I do on a daily basis and the interaction that I have daily with especially girls and women who are in vulnerable positions is what keeps me motivated to keep going, what keeps me in my country of origin, which is Albania, which is a country with complex social problems, a developing country. And the more we do and the more we come together and we share these spaces, I think the stronger we become. And it's a brave act to say that we can stop human trafficking, we can stop modern slavery, we can stop domestic violence and many other current global social problems. And today, I think this is an act of bravery that we're all here together. And I think we are for a common cause to make this world a better place, a safer place, and a more hopeful place for the generations who will come. So thank you so much. I'm really honored, and I will keep this award to my heart, and it will be a motivation to keep working in the area that I serve. Thank you.
You are amazing. Thank you, Angela. And we award you and we celebrate you today because you are truly a change maker that we need. So thank you so very much. Next one is Madam Karen von Krenner. Am I saying that right? Did I say that right? Okay.
Yes, you
awesome.
did. Perfect.
Awesome, Karen. Thank you so much. And I'm reading your bio, and I am still utterly impressed. Karen von Krenner is an American human rights campaigner, educator, journalist, and legal advocate who has spent over 20 years working for social justice in Europe, the US, Middle East, and Asia. Her workforce focuses on women and children in crisis communities. That's my cup of tea. Through death threats and personal violence, she has continued to challenge international communities to redress human rights violations sanctioned by law. In 2008, she faced imprisonment in the Middle East during an investigation into human trafficking. Released, she continued her campaign seeking to initiate new legal processes to protect women and children who were fleeing international violence. In 2002, Karen challenged the International Hague Convention on Kidnapping to clearly define habitual residence and to accept domestic violence as a legitimate legal defense for crossing international borders. Wow, congratulations. I can't even begin to say thank you for all the work that you do. But I will ask that you unmute your mic and please share a little bit about your story and why you serve the world.
Thank you so much for being here, for inviting me. I mean, it is deeply honored to be part of this amazing group of people. Several of them I already know, and yes, awesome stuff you guys are doing. We need to reconnect more. So I'm also founder for Project Ask, which is a new organization that just came out in the pandemic. And it's a platform for artists to share their visions of hope in our complex and changing world. I am a firm believer in common ground, sorry, losing my voice, common ground that can be found in any level of conflict. And I practice that as a foundational belief system. Yeah, I always feel a little bit nervous about these things. I primarily work in a specific field when it comes to legal advocacy, and it is for women and children and gender challenged people crossing international borders and fleeing persecution and finding jurisdictions where they can be protected and share their voice, their stories, and actually have legal protection and human rights protections. It's a challenging field. It is an area, as we all know, in the area that we work in, that we see not only the worst of people, unfortunately, but we see absolute miracles and how amazing people can truly be. And for that, I feel truly blessed to be part of that and to be part of the wonderful community out there that continues to work in this challenging field. I am so thankful for having met Dr. Amina last year via Anne again. Wonderful people, and again, deeply honored to be part of this panel and accept this award. Thank you so very much.
You are so welcome. Thank you. And we are going to, since you're in the US with me, we're definitely going to connect. You're too close for me not to reach out and at least have coffee or meet somewhere in the middle or something, but we have to work together this year. And this is the purpose of this award. So thank you so very much, Karen. I really appreciate you. All right, our next awardee is Dr. Julie Desai, and she is from Gujarat, India. And Dr. Desai, actually, I met on LinkedIn. And then, of course, you know, brilliant minds stick together. Madam Ann told me Julie Desai is a good, I said, I know Julie, oh my goodness. So it was such a pleasure to be able to be reunited with such an energy. And Dr. Desai is impressionable in her own right, I should say. She is a lawyer by profession who started her career with banking law and now prompts on aviation law. Look at that, Joe. She is in immigration law and company law, and she is founded with a stunning history of more than 20 years of hands-on experience in law and legal consultancy. Julie holds a master's degree in science of mathematics with honors and a postgraduate diploma in air transportation management and aviation law with honors. Julie was recently invited to be awarded as an honorary doctorate in advanced studies by the University of Azteca. She has reckoned a chain of huge achievements, including her joining the International Times, the Economic Times, as a business guide that prompted her visiting the US and the UK in 2003 during Vibrant Gujarat. I guess that's an event, Vibrant Gujarat, to draw out a special component for the non-resident Gujaratis, agreeing with the NRI investors. And along with that, she has different noteworthy accomplishments and a well-known social lobbyist history. I introduce to you Dr. Julie Desai. Please unmute your mic. Please tell us a little bit more about why you serve.
Thank you so much. I'm really honored. I'm thankful to Anne and Dr. Amina Ali for this wonderful award. I have started a YouTube channel during the lockdown where I had nothing to do. And I always believed that our voices should be heard. And I am today at this platform. I'm so glad to say that so many of the awardees are part of my YouTube channel. So I am extremely, extremely thankful to all the people I have met through my YouTube channel who I've featured on my channel. And when I started my channel, I've thought that, you know, well, I'm at the age, I've learned so much. It is time for me to mentor people. It's time for me to impart my wisdom. And when I started meeting these amazing women from around the world, I realized that that's not true. I have so much more to learn and so much more to do. So that is what I have been doing. And I will continue to do that. I continue to promote human rights, and that's a reason being in India. India is an extremely, extremely complex country with various stratas of society. So I've realized that if we want to, at any point of time, want people, especially men, to respect women, it has to start from a very young age. So that is a reason education is very important in young children, and they need to be taught that, you know, we are equal and you need to respect each and every one of you, one of the people around you as humans. And that has been my mission. I am part of various NGOs which work in this regard in education. I am part of one of the very important NGO, which is called Gujarat Stree Kedavani Mandal, which is a 100-year-old organization, was started before the independence. And that's where we run a center for domestic violence. And we would like your help with that center, because I think me and Anne, we've talked about it, but look at the kind of people here on this platform. I felt that that's where I need your help, and we need mentors like you all the time. Thank you so much for this wonderful award. Thank you, Dr.
Thank you, and it's good to see you again. Oh my goodness, I was so tickled when Anne put your name in the list. And I said, I just got so excited because I just didn't realize that you and her were connected so well. So thank you so very much. Brilliant minds truly think alike. So thank you. Next on our list is Dr. Brenda Dempsey from the UK. She is huge, huge, huge across the pond, as they say. And I am going to read a little bit about what she does. Dr. Dempsey is a publisher, international best-selling author, and entrepreneur. She's an award-winning woman who is on a mission to make a difference. As a visionary, action woman, and change maker, she walks her talk. Having founded her publishing house, Book Brilliance Publishing, during the lockdown in June 2020, in 2 short years, she's grown her team internationally to a team of 7. She has published over 100 authors and continues to make an impact in the UK and internationally with clients in 8 countries, including the USA, Dubai, and Portugal. Brenda has achieved awards and recognitions for her work empowering African women. She is highly sought after and currently the Chief Strategic Officer for International House of Influencers, a fast-growing company that focuses on the humanization of education and happiness. Vice President of International House of Speakers and founder and owner of international publication Brilliance Magazine, India. Brenda has her own charity and supports many more, including Books for Peace in Brazil, her home, and away. I introduce to you Dr. Brenda Dempsey. Please unmute your mic, share a little bit more as to why you serve.
Namaste, everybody. Thank you very much, Anne, a beautiful soul, and Your Excellency, Amina, for inviting me to be amongst these amazing human beings. And it's so important that we find that purpose that gives meaning to our life. And as I started out in life, bringing up 4 children before becoming an educator for 25 years, it's important for me that we continue to take everything that we've learned in life and to share that on all the different platforms. I was struck with domestic violence myself, so I play a big role in that in the International Consortium of Domestic Peace. We choose to focus on peace rather than on the words domestic violence, because it creates a different energy, and if we want to create change, we must have something that we are aspiring to. So it's already been mentioned about voice. That is what drives me. It's giving a platform for others to share their voice, to bring great people together to make a difference in the world. We can do so much ourselves, but when we come together, we can create something far greater than any one of us can do alone. So being part of this organization, FIRE, and I've been listening today, and there's so much I want to do, because Project 2023 is helping the women and children in Ukraine, and already I have been making inroads with that and looking for the best way in which we can support these women and children as they are trying to flee their country because of the war. So it's such an honor to be here. It's such an honor to be deemed with being an ambassador. And I only hope that I can live up to that by continuing to do my work on a day-to-day basis, by linking with great platforms nationally and internationally, as I am doing. And I want to continue doing that. It is my intention to do that during 2023 and beyond. So thank you so much again, Anne, for nominating me, and Dr. Meena for hosting this and being such a wonderful human being. Thank you, everyone.
You are amazing. I reflect you, and I thank you so very much for that compliment. You are truly somebody that I'm going to keep in my hip pocket, because your work is phenomenal. And I'd like to have an arm in the UK. So I definitely will be sharing some of the events and co-collaborating with you this year. So thank you again. Our next awardee is without measure himself, Ambassador Dunstan Pereira from Dubai, UAE. So we have another man here that is going to be representing us. Ambassador Dunstan is the COO to the private office of his, excuse me, His Honor Sheikh Ahmed bin Faisal Al Qasimi, and a well-versed and versatile personality who was in corporate leadership roles with multinationals for almost 30 years. With a vast experience in business excellence, he became an entrepreneur at the age of 46 and has been on a successful journey since then. He's received the National Award for Business Excellence in 2018 and State Award in 2019. With his vast experience in global relationships, he has taken this challenging assignment with the private office of His Excellency to make one of the most acclaimed and accepted business organizations in the world. He is also a fabulous humanitarian, as we see today, who is serving as an ambassador to about 10 NGO organizations around the world. Well, we're going to make it number 11 today, Ambassador. If you would, please unmute your mic and please share a little bit about why you serve. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much. I am delighted and honored. It is also an auspicious day for me today, because today I was honored by the UAE government with a golden visa, which gives me the permanent residency in the UAE for whatever small things that I have been doing for this country. So, and now another award has come its way, and thank you so much. It's my pleasure, and thanks Dr. Amina Ali and for inviting me to be among today with all these eminent personalities. And my special thanks goes to my dear sister Anne, with whom I have been working very closely on many projects. To tell a brief about me, I'm neither an activist nor I'm gender biased, but I've been doing whatever that I feel passionate about. And after working in the corporate sector for more than 35 years, today I feel that I am in a position or an authority working as CEO with this Royal Highness or with the royal family of UAE. I felt that there is a need that I can contribute to many of the issues that is currently prevailing in the world. I'm currently associated with a couple of organizations like Women in Management and working on many projects in countries like Sri Lanka, Philippines, wherein we are mentoring and preparing women to take up leadership roles in the corporate sector. And we are imparting training and supporting them in all aspects. Another important project that I'm currently associated with is providing toilets for girl children schools in Nigeria. There are many schools in Nigeria in the remote areas where there's not even a single toilet available in the schools, where more than 150 girl childs are studying. And just imagine that these children are sitting in the class for more than 6 hours without having the basic needs. They can't even go to the toilet. They have to hold on to it, and then they can relieve themselves only after they reach home. It's such a crime. So we are working on projects where we can provide some basic facilities in these schools. Similarly, we are working on projects like drinking water facilities. And another important project that that I'm anchoring under the royal family is we are coming out with a project called the Pharma City, which is setting up a pharmaceutical city project in the UAE, wherein we are trying to bring in all the leading pharmaceutical companies across the world into this place and facilitating them to set up their manufacturing activities and manufacture medicines. Now, the idea is not to manufacture medicines and sell in this country, but we are focusing on sending these medicines to Africa, because today 92% of Africans doesn't have access to good medical facilities. It is a fact. Though we are talking, Africa is a big continent, and I'm sure we are all talking about Africa becoming the next powerful continent by 2030. These are basic things that we should be supporting, and especially after the pandemic that we all saw, we need to make sure that people are accessible to basic medical facilities. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to facilitate these pharmaceutical companies to manufacture medicines at an economical price and then send it out to Africa, so that even a very common man in Africa can buy and use these medicines. So these are some of the projects that we are undertaking today. And I'm sure with whatever God has given me, that all the support and with this guidance and touch wood, if I am keeping in good health, I'll be able to deliver most of these things in the coming years. And as one of my pre-speakers spoke, we should all aim to make this world a better place for the future generations to live. Thank you so much. Once again, thanks for this honor.
You are so welcome. Thank you. We are in Kano, Kaduna, and Borno in North Nigeria. So we're going to be working together this year. And the fact that you're doing that, we deal with the pink tax and trying to eliminate that and making sure that feminine products are a right and not a luxury. So we're definitely going to be working together. So thank you, Ambassador, and I really, really appreciate all that you're doing. Thank you very much. Our next honoree is rounding out the last 5 of our contingency, and her name is Madam Noha Hefni from Dubai, UAE. She is someone impressive in her own right. Madam Noha is an innovator, collector, synergist, and systems thinker who has championed and initiated various social impact partnerships, impacting thousands of people throughout her career. Her mission has been advancing women and youth issues, the SDGs, and reducing inequality, my forte. Her efforts have garnered her various awards based on her consistent effort and work as a humanitarian. Her corporate leader and serial social entrepreneur for more than 2 decades outlines her work. In 2021, Noha was selected as one of the top 100 women in social enterprise by the European Euclid Network, supported by the European Commission. She gained this recognition as one of 3 Arab women on the list, which consists of mainly European-based women, social enterprise, excuse me. The same year, she received the Global Sustainability Leadership Award from the Global Council for the promotion of the Sustainable Development Goals. And she is also the recipient of the GCC Women's Leadership Award from CMO Asia and the World Women's Leadership Conference in 2019. I introduce to you Madam Noha Hefny from Dubai, UAE. Madam Hefny, please unmute your mic, share a little bit why you serve the world.
Thank you so much, first of all, for inviting me. It's such an honor to be here, and it's so inspiring actually to be starting off, continuing this weekend and the coming weeks with this type of energy and positivity that's been shared by everyone here. I think, you know, I can't express how much it feels good, you know, to be surrounded with like-minded people who are equally concerned about humanity and about making a difference and being a force for good in the world. And actually, this is my purpose. So throughout my life, wherever I was, whether it was in the UN, working on the field with refugees, or working for UNESCO on education, or now as well consulting UN Women, or in the past in the private sector, in multinationals like PepsiCo or McKinsey, heading social responsibility, my aim was always to ignite people around me, my teams, my colleagues, to become a force for good, to act as a voice in boardrooms that are very, you know, materialistic, you know, to remind them of our role and social responsibility, primarily as humans, but also eventually, you know, to, ignite that purpose, because all of us, I believe, are people of impact. All of us have within us a set of core values that make us all the same. And this is really my mission, igniting that inner power into everyone to make a difference in the world. And every human being's difference is, you know, unique to themselves. So like Anne, for example, she's so amazing and I'm so inspired by her. She's a writer, you know, someone else is enabling authors, someone else is building, you know, infrastructure for health in Africa, etc. So whatever is, you know, I believe that whatever is the human talent of each and every one of us, the minute that we start giving it back and using it to be of service, this is when the world becomes better and every single effort matters. So I've created a platform called People of Impact. It's a social network that brings everybody together, all the social impact ecosystem under one platform, to collaborate, to exchange solutions for the different SDGs, to collaborate on projects, to drive advocacy around specific issues, and to co-create, you know, event, exchange knowledge, to make it accessible even to those in communities at the grassroots level who do not have access to the knowledge that we do. So our platform is a startup. It's rising. It's actually the third social enterprise that I create, and I haven't given up. Actually, it's fully women-led. It's also self-funded because we do not want it to be political or religious. We want it to be a neutral place that advances positive solutions, spreads positive news, because when we look around us in the world, all we hear is negativity. But there are so many people of impact like us today in this space that are making a difference, that are shining a light on others, that are trying to transform lives. And so the platform I've created is to enable all these people and giving them a virtual space where they can come together and amplify their impact. So thank you so much for this recognition. And I'm a very emotional person, by the way. So I just want to say that it's just gonna continue inspiring me to move forward with my goals. And I wish you all the best, all of you here in this room, because you do have the courage, the resilience, and sufficient humanity and purpose to truly help others. So I also salute all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Hefni. I really appreciate you. And just the emotion that you just experienced lets me know that your heart is truly in it. So thank you so very much for that empathy and that sympathy that you give to those that you serve in the efforts that you have. So I'll see you in Dubai this year, inshallah. The next person on our list of awardees really needs no introduction in what she does. I think one of the things that I like about this next young lady is that she empowers who she is and what she does, and she allows the world to benefit from it. Dr. Elena Primakiri is from Dubai as well. She is sustainability, CSR, and overall ESG strategist with an extensive experience on green banking. She is an RES, an energy efficient project manager, and an environmental social risk management manager of many projects. Her ability for successful implementation of ESG and CSR strategies and processes and navigating a complex organizational challenge sets her apart from many in the field. As an accomplished oral and written communicator, presenter, and negotiator, her skills is in building, strengthening, and functionalizing cross relationships with teams and customers, delivering cohesive and strategic operations. Some of her specialties involve developing and implementing business strategies, process improvements, and organizational strategies. She experiences a creation in leading successful teams and maintains consistent focus on initiatives to drive productivity, reduce costs, and enhance solutions for those involved. Madam Primakiri, can you unmute your mic and please tell us a little bit more about what you do? I thought she was here. Maybe she lost connection. Well, we speak your name, Madam Primakiri. We want to acknowledge what you have done today through this award. We announce you as an ambassador and a well-fitted ambassador in your own right. I thank you so very much for all that you do and all that you amass for society. And we can't help but speak your name when we go forward in this mission. So thank you so very much for all you are and all you do. I want to announce that she is also in Dubai, and I hope to see you there when we come this year, inshallah. All right, the next one on our list is Dr. Gunul. Is it Aztecan? Am I saying that right? Dr. Gunul.
Aesthetic medicine.
Oh, okay, that's right. Okay.
Holistic medicine.
I like that.
Hello?
I like that word association. Thank you so much, Doctor. Dr. Gunul is born in Istanbul, Turkey. Am I saying that right? I thought I saw that you're, oh, wow.
Izmir.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
Izmir.
Sorry, she is a certified American aesthetic, certified in American Academy of Aesthetic Medicine. Her certification came in 2013. In 2010, she became a family physician certification in the Ministry of Health in Turkey. And her service in medicine has gone to range from hypnotherapy certification, homeopathy, American Association of Nutritional Consultants, Osman Medical Specialty Board, and passed that exam in 2017. Her membership includes a board member of the Turkish, is it Mesotherapy Association, American Academy of Aesthetic Medicine Association, Turkish Homeopathy Association, and Complementary Medicine Association. With all of that, I must ask that you unmute your mic and please tell us a little bit more how you have transitioned medicine into human and gender rights. The floor is yours. Thank you so very much.
Thank you for everybody. First of all, it's an honor to being here, and thank you. Really appreciate Dr. Amina Ali, and also for Anne. I have graduated 30 years ago, and now nearly 18 years practicing holistic medicine. I evaluate my patient all holistic together, modern medicine and also holistic side. I support my patient with homeopathy, energy medicine, and hypnotherapy according to their needs and changing their lifestyles and eating habits in diet means. Why after modern medicine, I select holistic medicine? I had lost my sister when I was 9 years old from Hodgkin lymphoma. And that day I decided to be a doctor. And then in the first class of the medicine faculty, my mom has just had been diagnosed breast cancer. And then hopefully she's very well now. But I have seen many side effects of the medicine, all the chemotherapies and all radiotherapies I hate. And then I select some nutritional foods I try to change and the life habits for my patient. In holistic medicine, I'm preparing basic recipes, whole foods, not including too much animal products, plant-based diet, and it's a special Aristo diet, and changing their own lifestyles, increasing. I am trying to help change their power of life, and the habitants is very important. The most important thing I observed in their inspection of the years was they are changing in their minds, not first in their body. They are changing first mind, then feelings, and then the body. And I'm trying to help to change first of all body and the mind. As you know, body change from the beginning of the mind and feelings. There's many books. Anxiety is very important, creates different frequencies in our body, affect badly. If our frequency is low, we are dying, coming before we are having a disease, and then we are passed away. Frequency is very important. And if we want to increase our frequencies, we have to change our lifestyles and also foods. I'm taking care mostly 90% women, my patient means. My first question to them is for whom they want to lose their weight. It's very interesting. They say mostly for my partner, darling, or my husband, something blah blah, or their parents, mom or my dad is saying, oh, you have too much kg. There is a constant emotional strain here. They have to select for themselves. Gaining weight, actually an effort to put a physical distance between their lives and them. If they don't push the feelings and they stuck in their body, the feelings, unfortunately, according to them, more kg, more things, more kg, more protection. Unfortunately, they can protect their borders against her closed environments. The problem is coming from a closed environment. I state their goal is not to lose weight, and they have to have a healthy life. I advise them to love themselves, to pamper themselves, and lack of love causes weight and increasing fat levels, especially belly and abdominal area. Approaches covering the weight distribution of the person time to time. They review, while they are losing their kg, they review their relations with their family, with their friends, with their co-workers, everybody. They are changing, they are giving more power to themselves. If the person gains weight as a response of emotional and physical trauma, according, especially relatively, people have been wronged and suppressed their emotions in their body. It means coming, first of all, sore throat and thyroid problem. As a result,
I'm working with my patient with especially guilty and anger, especially in emotional side. And also I want to learn to them to say no, not always yes, is very important. And as being, I think most of us a woman, but not, I want to share some information. We are, if we are lucky, we are taking breastfeeding in the first day of our life. We are acting our body, what our moms are acting while we are as a baby, the first day. It's very important. We are seeing in their eyes, ourselves, the baby, and think the body is the same with her mom or his mom. It's very important. And then I support to change their lives, but if you want to lose your weight, you have to change all relations. On the other hand, as being a woman, I'm a mother, we have to take care of our children to border their relations. We have to learn to our children say no, and very not to suppress their feelings. On the other hand, the last thing I advise, every day I realize over and over again, the women need to break out social stereotypes and take their own power. We are not suppressing, we are selecting to be suppressed. We have to protect ourselves. We have a power, and only love and compassion. We don't show ourselves. We are hurry up, and we are women, but in a masculine word and masculine style we are working, isn't it? We have to change. Only love and compassion can heal society, first personally and the society. And being a woman is enough to be respected by all others. Compassion means sharing everything, all including everything. The masculine word is becoming more selfish. Now, not all men are masculine. Some women's style also in masculine. That's all I want to tell. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Did I confuse something? But nice to meet you, and I appreciate to being here.
Thank you so very much. No, it's a pleasure to have you. I am a recent survivor of breast cancer. As most of you know, I just went into remission December of this year. Well, December of last year. See, 2022. So yeah, I proudly wear my pink, and that as my my pillar. I had a double mastectomy after breastfeeding for 3 years straight. They said breastfeeding was supposed to be the cure-all, and I breastfed for 3 years straight, and yeah, still got it. So it is genetics, it is history, and we do need solutions. So thank you so very much for working in that field.
At one point, I have worked in pharmaceutical industry in AstraZeneca. You know, Nobel Prize had got in Novodex. Do you know? I have been worked in all nearly 9 years in clinical study in pharmaceutical industry, and just I came opposite side.
Wow.
I realized. Thank you.
Yes, it's a circle. It is truly cyclical.
Yes.
And we need it in any realm. So whatever you offer, thank you so much, because there's a woman out there that's going to definitely need it and appreciate the solutions. So thank you so much, Dr. Ganal. I appreciate you just on a personal level. So thank you again. We have 2 more awardees. The next one is Hayal Koksal. She is someone that I am learning about. She too is from Istanbul, Turkey. I'm going to read a little bit about what she does and then offer some goodness as to what it is that we're going to do together as a unit. We are going to I'm sorry, it went on mute. I apologize. We are going to offer a great connection in this, and you'll see why in a minute. Hayal is an associate professor specialized in higher education studies, teacher training, curriculum and project design, conflict resolution, and ELT at various universities. She is a civil community leader for WCTQEE Turkey. She has a chapter in INGED and YOCAD in Turkey as well. She is a localized Microsoft innovator. She is a teacher of programs, I like this, for Turkey as an advisor and trainer. She is a mentor for university students, K through 12, teachers, and NGO women. She also specializes in disabled people. She is an author of 17 books and a developer and coordinator of International ICT Seagulls Project since 2004. So she does education, she does people in and of themselves, and she is also of the environment. Such a well-rounded woman. Madam Hayal, may you please unmute your mic and please share a little bit more about what you do for the world. Oh, she may have dropped off. I know I saw her next to Anne a few minutes ago, but she may have dropped off. Okay, Madam Hayal, we speak your name. We praise what you do. We thank you for the many dimensions that you bring forth the human service work. And as we see, you pretty much cover all bases, and we thank you so very much for the solutions that you provide. We are celebrating you today as an ambassador, and we offer that title respectively. And last but not least, for our invitees and awardees for today, we have Dr. Arshi Ayub Mohammed Zaveri. I don't know if it's Zaveri or Zaveri, but she is from Dubai. She is also someone that I've come to know in the council, working with the Royal Family's Office. She is a senior advisor to the Royal Family Office, contractual to 2025. She is CEO at Trust with Trade Group of Companies, founder and CEO at Oxygenate Sustainability Enterprise. She is a mentor to flagship programs such as Initiative UN Women, NAMA, N-A-M-A mentoring program, and having the second cohort in June to December 2022. She's honored with the Nelson Mandela Nobel Peace Prize in 2021 and Mother Teresa Memorial Award in 2022 for sustainability. Her key emphasis is on mental health advocacy, cancer awareness, impact investments, and global philanthropic advisors. She is an official advisory with Trust with Trade, and she connects well as Chief Executive Officer for OxygenateGroup.com. Dr. Arshi, can you please unmute your mic and please tell us a little bit more as to why and what you service the world with? I don't see her anymore either. Okay, well, we speak your name. We celebrate you today. We allow your name to go with the greatness of many more ambassadors that we have celebrated today. And because you will round us out as the last ambassador, I thank each and every one of you for coming today and making this a memorial event and a very momentous event, as it being the first one in history to be indoctrinated publicly. And we want to thank you all for being a candidate, a nominee, and an awardee, all in the same right. Congratulations to this year's winners. We thank you all. We celebrate you. We praise your awards, and we thank you again for being who you are. As a global ambassador, we have closing remarks from Madam Anne De Silva. If you would, could you please unmute your mic? Send us away with gems of salutation and goodness for all. And as she does that, I want each of you to prepare in your mind a little something, maybe 10 to 15 seconds that you want to say. You're going to be going after her. And I want each of you to close out sending us with a word of wisdom or inspiration that you want to share with the world. Madam De Silva, you go first.
Today, I think, was such a momentous moment. So fabulous and unique in its nature. It is one family, one world. People from different backgrounds, different countries, different skill sets, coming together to serve humanity. The goal of making change in this world, I mean, Jerry covered it once, which went to I am the individual change. Noha spoke about people of impact. The other speakers spoke about different fronts of making change. The truth lies is that we need such initiatives of people who are doing fabulous works in different countries to be together, to collaborate. The voice, and I would like to leave you with a thought of what I heard from Viola Davis on one of her Instagram posts. She said, in a world which is full, very loud with rage, very loud with hatred, very loud with racism, the whispers of love is not sufficient. The whispers of love has to stop, and the loud voice of love, unity, collaboration, and light has to come out. So if we are talking about being light bearers, today is an example that miracles happen. And the very fact that we are doing this first award with the first round of global ambassadors who are impacting society, it is only an indication of what is going to come in the next few months and the following years. It is to salute people who are totally diverse and from different fields from where one is, and appreciate and respect them for their contribution, because collectively, when we put it all into the box, it is actually lighting up the sky. So thank you, Dr. Amina Ali. Congratulations to all the winners. And this is a truly wonderful initiative.
Thank you for being a co-creator in this and offering the names of these very, very phenomenal people. Just reading the bios in my practice, I was just stunned. I mean, Dr. Boo Abdullah with 270 businesses. We have Dr. Ghanul, who will be next to speak. Is speaking about adding the medical piece to human rights. And this is amazing. So this cast of characters will go down inevitably as the pilot to come after. And I think the next year is going to be very, very hard to pick from. So thank you so very much.
Yes. It's the uniqueness that, makes them so special, The very fact that they've been authentic to themselves in what they are doing in their own vertical, and then collaborating with others who are doing, phenomenal jobs in their verticals, because we can coexist and co-work together to make the world a better place indeed, as Angela said.
That's right. That's right. You are so right in that. And I'm just going to just go down the list. We're going to go. We're going to do some takeaways, 60 seconds. We're going to start with, I'm just going to go down the list here. Dr. Dempsey, you can go first. Yeah, you're on the list. Just give us 60 seconds, some takeaways, some things you want to offer the world, some wisdom to the youth, whatever you choose to share, please.
So this is how I live my life. Oh, I'm getting emotional. I think Dr. Noha has kind of, this group of people are just immense. Sorry, I wanted to start by saying, in life, do what you love and love what you do. Yes. Know who you are and what you stand for. Know those values. They will drive you in every decision that you make in your life, whether it's personal or professional. I am driven by integrity. I am love. I am sunshine energy. And this is who Brenda Dempsey is. And this is how I bring my light to the world. Not as a solitary woman, but as a human being who joins together with other incredible men and women who are like-minded and are also on a mission to make a difference. And I urge every single one of you to find what it is that you love. Find that purpose that gives meaning to your life, that makes you get out of bed every day and be of service to the world and humankind.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Dempsey. I really appreciate that. Next on the list is Angela. We're going to ask that Angela unmute your mic and please give us a few gems to take away for the youth and those that are coming behind you.
Thank you. For me, being also in the category of youth, as a youngster myself, it has always been the question between how can I be of use of my community, how can I be of use of the people that I serve, and how can I inspire other youngsters to follow to follow a path that is safe, but also can contribute to this world. And I want to use this space and this time to call everyone who is going to listen later and watch the video to ask themselves, how can I be of use? And that is not only by being someone famous or international or rich. Not everyone can do that. And I think we need to also be aware of the challenges and how the world is being constructed, all the inequality that exists, but how we can be of use within our own communities, within our own neighborhoods. And if we live day by day with this principle, I think we can become better human beings first for ourselves, and then for the people that we have next to us. And in this way, we can at least have a change or impact in this world.
You are amazing, Angela, and I salute you. You are truly a mentor in your own right, and that wisdom truly shines. Thank you so very much. Karen, you're next. Oh, unmute.
So honored to be proud of this group and all the amazing women here. Some of you I know, some of you I now know, deeply honored. I believe that borders are human-made and heart-changed, and I support and believe in the interconnectedness of all of our humanity and the ripple effects that positive action can create across hard and soft borders. I believe common ground can be found in any conflict, and my writing and work reflects this foundational belief system. Talk to anyone and everyone. So follow your heart. Do not be afraid to stand alone if you must. At some stage, we have always done that, or we will always do that, and the courage it takes is tremendous. Others will follow you if your intention is true to create positive change. And again, thank you for being part of this wonderful group and for this award.
You are amazing, Karen. Thank you for being the solution that we've been waiting for. So thank you again. Next on the list is, let's see, Dr. Desai. Dr. Desai, are you still with us?
Yes, I am.
Good, good. Please leave us with some gems for those that are coming behind you.
I'm going to leave all of you with some thoughts which my mother, who was a social worker and who inspired me all her life to do what I'm doing today. She was working for this organization where, you know, the work was not clean. And I kept telling her that you should leave the organization. And she told me that if every one of us leaves the organization, what about the people who are the beneficiary of that organization or that NGO? So continue to do the work. Don't worry about it. Do not worry about what others are doing. As far as your heart is clean, you love what you're doing and you believe in yourself, and you believe that even if you can change life of one person, I think that is enough. And that has become my motto. That's a reason I've left my practice. I don't practice law anymore, and I have gone into social work, working with various NGOs and my own NGO as well.
Thank you. Wow. Wow. The fact, see, I tell you, you and Ann just leaving that career behind. Wow, that's amazing. That is so amazing. And I honor you just for being able to go in your mission. Not many people will do that. Just having to support children and family, to just leave that career to do what you are passionate about. That is its greatest reward. So thank you so very much. Madam Noha, are you still with us?
Yes, I am.
Yes, thank you. Please let us in on some secrets and some gems that you want to leave the youth, please.
Yeah, no, I just want to say that, you know, nothing is impossible to achieve. You can basically achieve anything that you aspire for. And with conviction, passion, and purpose, you can really make that difference in the world. So don't let anyone stop you or limit, you know, your dreams, no matter how big they are. So this is where I leave you. Working to be in service of humanity is everyone's job. Everybody has a role to play, no matter what their age. So your age doesn't matter. Your capabilities, education, class doesn't matter. Every one of us has a talent of some sort that can help others. So ignite that force within you and give it back for the benefit of our shared humanity. We need you on board. Thank you.
Thank you. And I really appreciate that. I like that last part. We do need you on board. And this will not happen unless we're all together. So thank you so very much for that. And I think the last but not least is Dr. Gunu. Yes. Unmute. Mhm.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes.
I want to say I appreciate to being here, as I said before. Water is a source of our life, and water is very important, carrying all info in ourselves. And aging is a disease. Wrong lifestyles, wrong foods, and doing wrong things, increasing aging disease. And we have to take care about our body and our mind. We have to train our bodies. It means that if we live healthy, live all good products, not animal foods, all vegetables, all bakliyat, all legumes, including all veggies insides have protein, plant-based protein, and because it changed our water area in all over the world. You know, too much animal foods changing our water level in all over the world. It's very personal. Water is important for personal and all socially. And please be kind yourselves, be love yourselves and compassion yourselves. And a little bit dangerous masculine word. It's very important. More family style, more love to all our world. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And I thank you all. I give you a great round of applause. The manner and the measure has been accomplished today. I, with great pleasure, announce all the awardees today. You stand in great contrast to the world because you are doing a great thing. You are doing the work of many, and you are doing it sometimes alone. And I have to honor you today. I have to honor the work that you do, the perseverance, the dedication, doing it when finances are low, doing it when energy is low, and doing it because you are the reason and the person we have been waiting for. I honor you today. And whatever it is that you need from my office, from my attention, and from my power, know it is there. For those in Dubai and UAE, Dubai, UAE, and Turkey, know that I will be there this year, God willing. Pakistan and India is toward the end of the year, and I want to make my journey in between to the UK and be able to have a European leg to that journey. So hopefully I'll be able to meet everyone. We will be able to meet in person. And I just want to let you know, I enjoy tea. So if you find the best teas in the world, just know I will show up and I will be ready. And know that I love you all. I thank you all. And to Madam Anne.
Amina, I want to add something. For teas, it's Turkey and India. And of course, UK.
And those
so
from
the
Dubai
best
are like,
teas you will get there.
So now there's a challenge on the board now because Dubai is going to try to outdo that. So that's even better for me.
The Turkish and Indian for sure will outdo the options they can give you.
That's right. That's right. Oh, I love it. And I thank all of you again. On behalf of the Federation of International Gender and Human Rights, Madam Anne De Silva, and those that have contributed to the production of this, I want to thank you. Please look for your digital certificate in the next few minutes. I'm going to let my intern, she's at her house, I'm going to let her know. She was the one that was supposed to send it out again with the power outage. Don't know if it's been sent. You can check your emails. But if not, I have them ready on my end. I will try to send them out individually in the next few minutes. So please give me about a good hour and everyone will have their certificates. Please post it on social media. We want others, the youth especially, to see it so that they can follow after you and ask what you do so that they can continue the mission. And we are going to make 2023 a very powerful one in human and gender rights. And you are the reason. Thank you so very much for today. Look for this
One
recording.
last thing, Amina, if I can request, when you put the post on LinkedIn, since everybody is on LinkedIn, you can tag everybody so they can repost it on their pages easily.
I like that. I like that idea. And you have everyone's name here and you have everyone's direction, so you will be able to do that. And for those that were not here, I will say Thank you so very much for continuing to do what you do. And thank you so very much again for all the things that you have contributed to this world. We would be hopeless without you, and now we are helpful with you. So I thank you so very much. Without further ado, I will say good night, and I will thank you again for all that we have done together and all that we will continue to do in the years to come. Be well, and thank you all. Good night.